Hi guys, so we are back with a new video, and this time how to install and deploy Magento PWA-studio. So here is the demo website of Magento for the vanilla version. So the goal today is to by using our GitHub action, so magento-actions, to install the PWA-studio code, bootstrap a new PWA-studio code on the new GitHub repository, and then build and push this one to the on staging or production server. And so we will show how you can do all this, including the server configuration. But instead of using the default Magento backend URL, we are going to use our custom backend. So this backend as well has been configured using this. So the backend is a simple Magento standalone 2.5, I believe. Yeah. So this is the repo of the backend. So maybe I will include the how you can set up the backend video in the YouTube channel, but normally you have enough content on our YouTube channel to learn by yourself how to do that. Or maybe I will I believe the team will create a package, a paid package, in which you will have all the codes and the video to set up the backend and this the front end, because PWA-studio is the new Magento frontend. So let's go. So we'll begin by simply downloading a new PWA-studio code. So we will not specify a version. By the way, you can check the GitHub action to see the full list of the features of the things it can do. So if you do not specify a PWA version, it will download the latest version. So let's go. We can commit this. And it will take some little time. The action started, yes. So normally it should push back the code here. Also, I believe now the latest version is not 3.4, but yeah. The later version of the action is 3.14. So you can change here, or you can always put master, replace this by master to have the latest version of the action. But 3.12 is fine. So in the meanwhile, let's start configuring our server. So the server is simple Ubuntu, I believe. Yeah, Ubuntu 22.4. So let's install Nginx Extra. I like Nginx Extra. So we will also need let's encrypt certbot for Nginx, Ubuntu, DigitalOcean, no. I believe that there is an official website to install this. What's happening here? Yeah. So we have what we have here. Ubuntu 20. So I guess they only have 20. So we'll go with that, I guess. So the Nginx has been installed. So here we are going to install Snap. No update available. Okay. Now let's try this. And let's see if this has been correctly installed. Okay, I don't need this, so I mean, so as you can see, the action downloaded in the new PWA-studio code. So what we will do, if you were on your development environment, you will clone this repository and start working on it, and then this file, you will modify this file, and we strongly advise, if you use our action, to commit this file, because normally I believe it's not committed in the project. It is forbidden by the git ignore. So commit it, and it is in here that you will specify your backend, and we will also specify a staging port. So let's quickly modify this. I don't know. Maybe I will. We will first. Okay, let's modify this. Let's set up the action first. So as I said earlier, we are going to use a custom backend. So backend URL is here. So this is the default backend of Magento that Magento provides. So we are going to use our backend instead. So that's okay, and like I said, staging port, we are going to set, you can also set the development port, or let's add another 0 to be safe. your development port as well if you like. Also there is, I believe, the host URL can be set, but that's a overcomplication. I really want to make this tutorial easy to understand for beginners, so maybe I will make another video for a more complex setting if you want to enable SSL protection. Here we will not need it, so the background, the node application will start, the proxy will start in HTTP and not HTTPS, and then we are going to use Nginx to secure it to HTTPS. You will see. So now I can update this, and I believe, yeah, we will cancel this run, and now we will specify to the action some secrets in order to specify credentials for the GitHub action, or if you have a custom runner, to allow it to connect to your server in order to deploy the code on your server. So, and so we are going to go on our website, blog, and how to deploy zero downtime Magento, and these are the secret you have to set. So we will not set the composer out because we are not going to deploy a backend. This is simply a front end. So we have to specify the staging. So we are going to create, and we will call it PWA-studio. So we are going to put Ubuntu. Maybe this is better. Okay, PWA-studio. So this is the deploy path. This is where the action will deploy the code. So then this is what we have to copy in here. Save that. Then we have to create SSH keys and private key and a public key, which will be used, like I said earlier, by the SSH config and SSH to connect to your server. So to do that, I thought I'd done this already. So we are going to generate this file using SSH key again. Okay, and then the private key. The private key is this one, so you have to copy it in here That's done. So the public key, of course, it has to go on your server in the authorized host. So in SSH authorized keys, you will copy this. Okay, then now we have to specify the SSH config, which will be used by SSH to connect correctly to the server with the right user. So it's look like this. So we are going to deploy a staging server, the code on the staging server. If it's Word production, you have to replace this by production. The username, so here the username is Ubuntu. Also, maybe I should remove this, it's useless. So the and the identity file is will be, so the private key we copied earlier will be stored in this file on the GitHub Actions or on your private runner if you are a private runner, and the host name of course is PWA-studio, I believe. So as well, the SSH port used is 22. If you want to modify this, you can specify here, and but you have to make sure on your server that you change the default SSH port. So that's done. I believe we are good to go here. Not allowed. So I made a mistake somewhere. Ubuntu. I don't get why it is complaining. Okay, I don't know why it failed earlier. So that's done. Let's configure the main YAML file in order to deploy the code. So for that you have to go here and zero downtime, but before the zero downtime maybe I will directly copy it from here. So you have to copy the build job, because we'll have to build the code. We have to compile the JavaScript code. So this part of the code of the action will build, like I said, the code, and now we have to deploy. We want to make a zero downtime deployment, and we have to clean up if the deployment fails. So bad indentation, I get it. Okay. That's good because I will clean up all this stuff. My bad. 1, 2. So we can drop these as well. We will not need it. MySQL database and not this. So this is good. We will also now need to specify the PHP version because we are only doing JS work here. And then this as well. One more, and then so this part of the action will make the cleanup. So it will unlock, because we are using PHP deployer to deploy, it will unlock the PHP deployer task and some other cleanup like file deletion and stuff like that. So that's it. I don't need this as well, and hopefully it will all work out. Because yes, this is good, I believe. So like you see here, I'm using the master which will download the latest version of the action for the build, etc. And then this here, the install part of the action can be dropped. The install job can be dropped because we already installed it. So I can simply remove it, or if you like, for the purpose of the demo, I believe it's better, I will keep it for the one interested by the files. So I will put false, so it will not be run. My bad. So now let's cross the fingers. Everything is seems to be okay, but we never know. And let's deploy the code. So normally it will it should fail because we have not installed Node.js on the server. So in order for the deployer to work correctly, you have to install Node.js on the deployment server and PM2 because we are using PM2 in the deployer in order to monitor the health of the application. So we are going to install a Node.js. So I believe Node.js from Node.js 16 it's good, but let's check the official document. PWA-studio magento. So you can go in project setup. Yeah, so 16 and up it's good. I saw it. I don't know why it disappeared. Oh my god, Magento, Adobe. So anyway, so here it is. Yeah, you need Node.js and Yarn to be installed. So we are going to do that. Okay, so now we are going to install Yarn. And then make sure that the right version is installed. So the Yarn version must be 1.13 and up. So in the meanwhile, let's check on our action. So it's working. So you can check what it is doing. So as you can see, it jumped install port, and now it's building your application, your PWA application. In the meanwhile, so get your version. Maybe I'm done a little. No? What the heck? How can I forget this? Oh, okay, my bad. So, anyway, I don't like this. Let's do stuff the old way. And I mean, anyways, so let's check on our, so it's like I said, it failed certainly because there is no PM2 here. So we have to install PM2. If you don't know what it's PM2, let me show you. In order for our action to work correctly, you have to install this. It's a Node.js monitor. It's open source. So that's it. You can check it here. So we are going to install PM2 globally. By the way, I will show you next. You will see that the files has been deployed. So as you can see here, you have a PWA directory. Now I don't know why there is also a Magento, because that's because we need to drop that. We are in the process to drop that. If you have no Magento code, there shouldn't be no Magento directory. So that's in the works, but for now the deployer will also create a Magento directory. That's not a big deal in reality. So yeah, so your PWA is here, but something went wrong because there should have been a dist directory. So apparently our backend has some issues. So maybe for now we'll go. If we have enough time, I will correct the backend, and for now we will go with the Magento backend, I guess. Or maybe should I correct this, because I'm familiar with this issue, but I forgot what it is. I don't think it's a big deal. So what is that? Anyway, I don't want to make this video long. I will make a longer video, and for those who want that video, they will have the possibility to get it, which will display how to fix the backend and how to set up the backend in order for PWA to work. So now we are going to go in the commits, and we are going to put back the Magento backend. If I don't do that, the video will be too long. I'm certain of that. So let's just modify this. It's no big deal in reality. It's just the backend. So okay, so now everything should work correctly. So hopefully it will be green next time. Let's end the server configuration by setting by configuring and setting the Nginx repository. I'm looking for a basic. So let's go and so to the Nginx we will say that our file give me a second. Yeah, first we have to configure a certificate, an SSL certificate. So for that we are going to bootstrap a basic HTTP server. So let's go in Nginx, site available, and create a PWA-studio studio vhost. So the URL is PWA-studio vhost. And seed enable and make a symlink. Here and check that I correctly saved it. Yeah. So let's check that the Nginx configuration is good. Okay, the syntax is okay, everything is good. Let's start the server or restart the server. Okay, now we are going to generate an SSH certificate for this domain. So for that, we are going to use certbot. So this command. So here we specify the domain name, and that's all. I need your contact email in case you forget to renew the server, the certificate. You will receive an email in order to refresh it. So when that it is done, all that we will need to do is redirect this path to the node application with the right code. So what happened here? Okay, I believe there is I forgot to modify the firewall. Let me do that quickly. So HTTPS. My bad, no? Yes, bootstrapper a new virtual machine, and I forgot to disable this. So let's try again. Normally the VOS is up. I have to restart the Nginx. Let's check the status. So it is up, and let's check that the firewall is down. I mean, what the heck? It should have been done. Okay, so it's, yeah, like I said, it is down, so it worked. And the certificate has been deployed. So if you check again the vhost, you will see that, yeah, the SSH certificate has been added. So now, what we will need to check is that our action has correctly deployed the application and started a new node server. So yeah, it seems everything seems to be okay because it is green. So we can go back. We can just check, you know, on our process. Look for node or PM2. Yeah, PM2 is here. And we can check as well if maybe the node application has not been started correctly. How can you check PM2 list? Yeah, PM2. So the application is here, but it seems there has been some errors. So let's check our action to see what's going on. In the meanwhile, let me quickly end the Nginx configuration, because so here now so our Nginx should redirect to the local host and bind to the port 90000. So let me clean this up and remove this as well, and just save that. I will not restart the Nginx server because it is not good. It will not be successful because the application has not been bootstrapped. So let's check the action to see what happened here. Starting. So maybe I should restart this manually or with the action. So let's quickly check the code that is run in the action. So normally it is here. You have the staging script here, and after the code has been released, we stop all the PM2 PWA instances, and we start a new one. So I don't know why. So let's go to where the code has been deployed. So it is in current PWA. As you can see, there is a this folder. So the script goes in the this folder normally. Yeah, this is for the Magento. So as you can see, this is an open source project. You can modify it, you can overwrite it. There are other videos on the channel in order for you to do that. So deploy staging, there is a section. So yeah, we go in the current. So I guess I forgot to go in the this folder before starting the application. No, set this, so it's good. I don't really know what's going on here. Let's run it manually to check what's going on. Now it is online, so I have no idea. I think I will relaunch this action and see what's going on. But let's check the website. List. Okay, so let's just run a yarn and see what's going on here. So when I run yarn watch, it seems to work. So let's try the start. I don't know what's going on here. The start as well is good. So I believe the issue is with the start is not good. So I believe there is something on the port. Maybe. Nope. I didn't know that. The port must be between 0 and 65536. Okay, so I didn't know that. So this is good because we can test that by modifying directly the code here on our repo. It will take 5 minutes, I believe, to fix this. My bad if the video is longer than expected, but I didn't expect that. I forgot GitHub has its own search. So yeah, so we are going to change this by by 30,000. 30,000 should be good. Let's commit that, and hopefully everything will be going well. So then we have to modify the vhost in Nginx, because normally now the port is not 90,000 but 30,000. This I can drop this as well. Yep. So I forgot again. So let's wait for the action to compile the code and deploy it, and everything should be working fine. So our action has compiled, is done, and deployed. So now let's make sure that Nginx is okay. Yeah, and restart it. You never know. So now let's check, because normally now everything should be working fine. $30,000. Okay, everything is okay. We can also check the PM2 lists. So yeah, it's online. So now let's go back to our PWA and check that everything is working. So yeah, so that concludes this video. So as you can see, it has been deployed with PM2, and I will make another video on this subject. This time I will configure the backend and modify the URL like I said earlier. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time.